Good morning from the forge. Well, got a lot going on this week. My daughter's getting married Friday. Got next week, and then I'm going on vacation. I'm going to go down to the saltwater and catch some fish. Hopefully, maybe I can bring you a video from down there, if you don't mind watching it. Today, we're going to put my arm to the test, since I'm pretty well healed up. We'll see how it stands some heavy forging. What I've got is a piece of 1084 high carbon steel. This is 1/4 inch thick and it's about a foot long. I've welded a handle on it. And we're going to do some heavy work today and see what we can do. Now I like forging thicker stock because it's actually more forgiving than the thin stuff. But it's harder to actually get a good finish on it without a lot of grinding. So we'll just get it hot, smash it, and see what happens. Stick around, let's find out. All right, gonna start out like always, drawing out the tip. And I can tell already, this is gonna take a little longer than normal. Not just because this is heavy stock, but my hammer control is not quite back to where it was before I hurt myself, so we'll get it done. It's just going to take a little bit. Try not to get fish lips on the tip of this thing because that'll make a cold shut and end up making a break. Making a crack in the steel, so to say. Oh well, nothing for it. I could have solved that problem if I'd got it a little hotter when I first started, but I didn't. So far gone now. Just gonna end up getting down the hardy cutter and cutting a little bit of the tip off here in a minute. Just gonna cut the very end off where there will end up being a crack if I'm not careful. There we go. Stuck. Knock it loose. And carry on as normal. If you hear crunching in the background while I'm doing this voiceover, it's because my dog is over there and I guess that's his dog food, but it sounds like he's chewing up gravels. Anyway, gonna work this tip out just a little more, put a little longer taper on it. Keep everything flat. Not too bad. I think I want a long, upward sweeping blade, so I'm not going to put a reverse curve in this. I want like a long curving skinner or slicer. I've made a few of those before and not many people make them, so I like them. It's pretty good. Yeah, that's about right. Now we're going to start offsetting our handle blade. Transition. And keep working it in. Got the bottom side almost deep enough. So now we're going to turn it over and we're going to hammer from the bottom side and force that steel back up into the spine of the blade. I don't want a thumb rest on this one, so I'm working on pushing that notch out. from where the hammer had left the notch in the spine. Try to keep it flat. Almost there. As I'm doing that, I'm adding some curve into the handle. Don't really want a finger well on this. I just want the handle to curve back and flare towards the butt end. And that's actually looking pretty good. Make sure everything stays straight. Not bad. About time to start working on those bevels. So the first thing I'm going to do is draw down the heel. And I'm actually using the edge of the flat side of the hammer to pull it down so I can get a pretty square heel. And you'll notice I'm not trying to work the whole edge. Only a spot as wide as the face of the hammer. That's all you need to worry about. Don't try to work the whole edge at once. Just do it in sections. Pull your first section down, and then like now, pull down the next section to match. Now I know this is going to take a pretty severe curve. But that's all right. When I work the taper in, it'll take some of the curve back out. Went just a little too far there. Oh well. That's why God made man smart enough to invent a grinder. First one side and then the other. It's actually looking pretty good. Work it on out to the tip. You can see how that has a lot of curve. That's more than I want. So as I work the distal taper in, like so, it's going to take some of that curve out. It'll still have a good curve in it, but it won't be nearly as pronounced. Now when I'm hammering at a low heat, I'm not hitting it very hard. I'm just trying to planish out the hammer mark so I don't have to do much grinding. It's looking pretty good. It's a little bit fiddly. A little over 7 inches. Not bad, pretty straight. Yep, I believe we're ready to move on. All right, well, we got it finished up. And here we go. Nice long sweeping blade, make a good slicer or a good skinner, if you're skinning elephants. Good taper. I was going to polish it down and make it nice and shiny, at least to a high satin, but I think I'm going to leave it rough. May just polish up the edge and sharpen it. Here's the blade I finished last week, or the last video actually, and this is the one that's going to go in a sheath on my side for when I'm out on the boat. And it inspired another project for today. I'm going to put wooden handles just here on this one. I actually tried to do a video on this too, but the video didn't come out. Oh well, maybe better next time. But anyway, if you're still here, thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Be sure and hit that like and subscribe button. Have a great afternoon and God bless.